Look, can you see? This kink is the first time she laid her bare feet upon his lap. Can you fathom his surprise, lad? And here, his heavy sighs first grappled by her arm. Oh, she held him tight. And these two threads here, see 'em walking in a twill on a sunny afternoon. Such a thing will always lead to a bonding. You would think it would go well. But here's the secret twist that gives a lie to so much promising. This kissing Jenny is not a true tie at all. Just a link here at the bottom. And the rest, just a jumble. Because this line here is a mother's voice, and this white yarn is a father's shame, and all this long labyrinth of lives gives it just the name of love, but not a proper bond. No, not a proper bond. I can loose it with one hand. Fond. No more than fond. Your command would have me wrap it up in a golden glistening thread. But I cannot lie, I cannot tie, and I cannot make a knot which is not. I cannot make a little of a lot, and I cannot say I haven't what I've got. I'd say it's best to put a button on it. I've kept her swaddled longer. Father's not to know. He would not know. He would not know the creases in my face were deeper still, so short he is to look. He looked not once upon my face as we were making her, was pious in the chapel when she came, heard not a sound of me troubled labour then or now. But he will ask, and he will give me the blame, as well he might. And even now I think to leave her by the open window, that the folk may take her back if they did bring her to me. Or did they blight me for some mistread upon their hidden roads? Oh, what's to do? And what's I done to leave us crippled so? I'll unwrap her. You need not touch her. Put a stain upon your own finger. Better it be me, who's ready blasted, than your blessed ways. Thus, stay quiet, Bab. Stay voiceless, as I show this loosener your curse. Oh, master not, I pray thee, do not think me monster, mother of such a one. I say she's without legs, for whom would name as legs such skin and splinter? Who would call this child? Who would call this girl? Who would say that this was else but witches' spawn? I see the fires lit for me. Else the hanging tree. The tree such a wasted thing should be. Can find it? Can you find the bind that keeps her knees a-twisted so? The thighs so chicken-necked? Her toes so curled around? Can you stretch her ankles by a straightening of a thread? Search! Search the house, the birthing room, the chapel, chicken run, what you will, and bring her loose and into walking, for her father finds the truth, turns me from her door, tells my mother what I fell to do, and tells her cruel she is not his, and nothing of this earth. Sir, you know I am a pious man. a man of God, and know him in my heart, and I have prayed for what he will not give. But love alone is moving me, the greatest thing of all, to my own reading. And I know they say in the village square and around their drink that you have ways to undo a kinked rope. I have a daughter, sir, just come of age, and she is indeed the brightest thing upon the earth, the sweetest and most precious gift of many my beloved wife has given me. Since first I held her in my arms, you see, I weep a little, holy tears, not a shame. I never was more moved, nor yet indeed before her birth, not even on my wedding day, nor any day in chapel. Only one thing caused me pain, and that not for any flaw or imperfection in her frame. But you will see, sir, when I bring you to the garden where she sits, her happy brothers round about. Her slight and air-blown body seems a thick and stalwart tree beside her legs, covered well for modesty. I forbear to let you look on them yourself, being not a gentle-born or studied doctor, but I will tell you that there is no flesh upon them, only slipping skin, nor no straightness either, and such a tightness in the string inside the withered sinew that they must draw up like a sparrow leg, and could not bear even such a weight as one. No, thank you for your napkin. No, I have my own. Sissy, please, a handkerchief. I shall keep my tears at bay, if I might. The wars, sir, have not been kind to me. My fortune has been lessened, and my faith, and my health is shortened too. I fear, unless her legs be mended, for her life, once mine is done. So I pray firstly that your ways be no ticing of the devil, though my soul I'd rather peril than her happiness, and that you work your art, your loosing art, upon the knotting of her joint and sinew. Please begin. She is my life, and so I beg you, free her from this evil grip upon her knee and thigh. I will pay you both, your man and you, in silver or in gold, please, sir. Your younger eyes must guide him on his way. Ah, I see those old and pinching fingers are wise, with agility my scribing hands would lack. Yes, sir, let us leave him to his art. We can bring a candle to him, no? Has he got such feeling skill, even in the dark? Then my hopes are raised again. Yes, let us tap some spirit to ease our night as he does his work. The house is quiet now. The boys asleep, her fine and infant brothers. They have come to us, her parents dead, and they become the children we will never have. And she will need legs then, so I'm told. I never asked that of her nor for her, not till now. Not upon our wedding, not even when we met upon the summer's dance, and I could only lift her in my arms and swing her round within the fiddler's play, and throw her up beside the drum, and grip her lightly, tightly as the whistler on his pipe. I carried her in courting, and I carried her to wife. Across this threshold here, perhaps upon the morrow when she wakes, she will find beams hanging from her hips, or like the Sarsens holding up the hanging stones. Is he done? These the threads. Then thank you, sir. Your silver, no? Pennies, then, if that's your wish, and a shilling to your man for the use of his ears. Good night, good night. Yes, I retire now, join her in her sleep. I have had a full and happy life, in spite of what was promised. For all, I have not stepped 1 foot upon the earth. I have danced, married well, brought my mother's boys to manhood, been a mother to my own, boy and girl. You may have heard, sir, I am a cripple since birth. My legs all left behind in my mother's womb, perhaps, and skinnier than bone is what was left me, and such a tightness in my sinew. 'Tis a miracle I ever could conceive, carry, bring to term, and teach them both to walk. I cannot tell the fear and joy to look upon them both with legs as strong as oak and as straight as ash. And the earth wife brought them to my breast. My husband so in glee and so full of loving me, I would call him a looser of knots also for the freeing work he did upon my heart and soul, that I should outlive him. Now there is nothing more beneath heaven I would ask, but only this, and I hope your finger's skill and ancient art may serve me so. And though your master is no more, just as mine has gone, and we must each work alone, I bid you search. Search the house, search the garden, search the pantry and the loom, find the knot that binds me. I would walk, sir, walk, if it even be a faltering step. Ever did he carry me, and now he cannot, and I would go with my husband's coffin to his tomb. I would unravel the ground if I could, flick aside the threads of earth in clean string, but I must dig, scraping up the loose dirt from the shallow hole it overfills. No moon to show my fingers, only touch, but soon I feel the ridges of your face, puffed and soft and cold like a mountain mere. I feel the hair of your brow unknotted, and the stubble sprouted on your dead cheek. I clear your mouth of clods, find your throat, find the rope. It's swollen, as your neck is swollen, makes it tight, makes it cling against itself with no more slip. They've given you the whole length thrown into the pit. You must pay the pennies to hang another. The henge above us stands stripped. But I must work my strongest bones, my fiercest grip to wave these wet lines, well-fed worms from the loop, the loop, the loop, the loop, the noose. The air goes home. The head falls back, the jaws ope. My master. I felt him settle then. Felt him lie with a soft lie.